You see, the word medication, if you change one letter, you get meditation.
Yes, yes, sir. A spirit talked to me one night and told me, you need to meditate.
Maybe we can do it. Maybe I can even show it to people now, if you
That
like,
would
in
be
a few
amazing.
minutes.
Yes, please. I became a national meme one day that I was in a garden and I shared with all my community that I was seeing the aura of the trees.
And you still feel it.
Yes, I feel it. I feel it a lot, actually. Oh my God! I see your aura is super blue. This is my eyes?
I was once invited to a hospital by a doctor who came to me for healing. And when he opened his eyes, he could see my aura. For him, the aura was science fiction. Some people came to me because they wanted to stop smoking, and he stopped smoking.
Open mic. Open mic. Open mic. Open your mind. Lisandra Silva, a tu servicio. Hello, beautiful people. Today we have an incredible honor to have a great master of bioenergy, Ehud Abrahamson. Ehud is a bioenergy healer and a specialist with over 30 years of experience helping people around the world overcoming addictions and change their life. I came across to Ehud's social media a few weeks ago and we had an incredible conversation, and after taking his course, I said to myself, I need to share this with my community. And today we have it in Open Mic. Welcome, Ehud Abrahamson.
Hola, hola, Lisandra.
Hola, hola.
But that is about all my Spanish, so
Okay.
I will be speaking English.
Yes, please. Don't worry. This is going to be translated to Spanish, to all the Spanish people can hear the conversation as well. So, Ehud, tell us in your own words, what is bioenergy and how does it work in the healing process?
Okay, well, bioenergy, it's two words. Bio from biology, energy from the energy worlds. But I find that instead of explaining, it's much better to show it.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is actually to do a little exercise together with the people looking now. If you're driving, of course, you can watch this again later because you will be needing both your hands on the wheel, and I need both your hands here.
Okay.
So if you're ready and you want to see what is bioenergy, just put your hands up like this. The fingers should touch each other, but not hard, and the thumb is connected to the fingers. And actually, our hands are a bit like a plus and a minus, like in the electricity, or yin and yang, if you want to talk healing worlds. And what we do is try very, very slowly to bring the hands closer to each other. And try to see that the muscles are very relaxed in the shoulders, in the neck, in the back. So it's not a muscular thing, it's not any kind of holding yourself, just the hands. Now, as you do this, you might start to feel something between the hands.
Yes.
So the movement should be very slow because bioenergy is the energy that is coming out of a biological thing. So a cat has bioenergy, and trees and leaves have bioenergy. And of course, we are full of energy. Our nerves and our chakras and meridians and are all working on electricity and electromagnetic fields. And by now, I think you might be feeling something.
Yes, I feel it. Yes.
Okay, so what we're doing now, we're starting to feel the electromagnetic field, or EMF. Nowadays, it's called the biofield in many of the researches that are going on, because bioenergy is now being researched in the academy. And if you're feeling something, try to push it and make it a bit smaller and see if it gets a bit stronger.
Yes.
You can also try and move it further and see, can you still feel it?
Yes, I feel it. I feel it a lot, actually.
Now, some people, of course, are more sensitive. For some people, because we have the 5 senses and we also have the 5 levels of energy senses, what people call the 6th sense or ESP.
Mm.
So some people will tell you, I can feel energy. Some people will tell you, I can actually hear different frequencies.
Oh, wow.
Some people will tell you they can see the aura and other
Mm.
energies. Many children, they describe this naturally, that they can see imaginary friend,
Yes.
because energy can be seen.
Actually, it's getting
And
strong. It's getting
it is.
stronger.
It is. Also, the
Yes.
fact that many, many, many people are doing this now all together at the same time, of course, makes it even stronger.
Wow. Yeah, I can
But isn't
understand.
it incredible how these things can travel because it goes over the internet?
Wow. Yeah, this is
Now,
powerful.
what is bioenergy? Well, bioenergy is a kind of healing force that lives inside our system. You can actually use this energy for balancing, for healing, for strengthening inner abilities. We might talk about this later
Yes.
about, like the human potential
Well,
starts with putting up your energy.
exactly. Well, I'm doing your bioenergy course, and it's incredible. I'm stepping into chapter 4, and yeah, last night I fall asleep with your meditation of chapter 3. That was
Yeah.
blue meditation, I think, and
Blue breathing,
blue
yes, the blue
breathing, and
breathing.
I fall asleep with this blue breathing meditation, and I think like everything connects. Like I was meeting you today, and I was doing the course, and everything connects. And yeah, in another dimension that is not physical. Like we can just travel and
Yeah.
do this and that. So yeah, I want you to explain me about this course and what is doing with me and with all the people who do it.
Okay. So, first of all, just to say that people are connected. In other words, when a person thinks about another person, if they have a bit of power, it's like calling them on the phone. You know, this feeling where
Yes.
you sometimes feel someone is looking at you from behind and you can feel it. It's like
Yes.
someone is looking and you feel it, or you think about someone and the next day you meet them, you haven't seen them for a few years. So we have these kind of connections, and the idea of the course is actually to take people and to like wake up and explain and teach and exercise and practice these kind of things. Because, for many, many years, I've been working with small groups and kind of intimate gatherings where people would come and I would teach. And now, in the last few years, the world is so opened up with the Zoom
Yes.
that I've found it is possible
We are
to
connected
work
even
with,
more. Yes.
I believe so. I
In a
believe
certain
so.
way, we are connected like
But
through
you see,
equipment, and we are disconnected from nature. So I want to ask you,
yeah.
why is bioenergy important? What can I do with bioenergy?
Well, you see, people think that they need to find a master because the master knows bioenergy.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, bioenergy is natural. We are born bioenergy. We are born with both the physical and the supernatural, or the spiritual, or the spirit and the soul. And all of this together is who we actually are.
Exactly.
So most people, they think about a spiritual journey. You need to go on a mountain somewhere. But I explain to people, your life is a spiritual journey. And because of that,
Exactly.
you can do your spiritual journey in your work. You can do it as a mother. You can do it as a man working in the bank. Everything is part of our journey, and everybody's journey is different.
If it's true, there is a theory that um, the soul make a plan and decide what want to experience in 3D before come to a physical body. Is that true?
Well, to understand that for real, we need to make a separation between what is a soul, what is a spirit, and what is a human being, because the human being actually comes here, gets into a body that has a spirit and a soul. And maybe this is for a different podcast because
We have so much,
but
so much questions.
definitely living life is a journey.
Exactly. So I want you to explain us how you discover this gift. I mean, when do you realize you can heal people? You have this power energy of healing.
Well, it's a bit upside down because growing up, things for me that were natural, I didn't yet realize they are not normal to other people. So as a child, for me, I grew up in a doctor's house. My father was a professor of medicine. So on the one hand, everything had to be with an explanation and scientific. And can you prove it? But on the other hand, I used to hear what people are thinking. I used to have sensations and astral projection, astral travel. And these things for me
Wow.
were natural. I had in our garden, people would we lived in a house where it went all the way down to the ocean in the nature. And in the backyard, people would bring me animals to take care because there was a name that if you bring it to Ehud, he will fix it.
Wow.
And it
Since
was totally
what age?
natural.
When you
7, 8,
Wow.
9 as a child. And so I had many animals in the backyard. And the person who had the greengrocer, he used to bring me the leaves of the cabbages and spoiled foods because there were so many animals now.
Wow.
So I started to get more and more interested in biology. And actually, the school where I studied, I went towards the biology. And later I went to study biology because I thought the answers would be in the world that talks about the body, the biology,
Yeah.
But I realized at the same time was starting in the world what was called New Age. In the 70s, people were starting to talk about crystals and auras and things like that. And I was very interested in that. But they didn't have it in the university. So I left the biology. I started to study the psychology. And I continued to study psychology because it was dealing with something not physical. It was dealing with mental and thoughts and feelings. And as I was getting more and more into the worlds of I would call it now the New Age, but today it's called healing and bioenergy.
Yes.
So the more I got into these worlds, I spent more and more time in the library. There wasn't internet. There was no computers.
Exactly. Well, I know
I'm
you have
talking about the late 70s, beginning of 80s. So I sat and I read and I read. I went to lectures. I was searching for this kind of knowledge. That's how it began.
Yeah, I'm mesmerized because some people have this gift and say, "Oh, what is this? It can be something," but you went to deep in the science of it. You wanted to study what am I feeling this? Is this real? Is this happening? This exists. So sometimes when we talk about we are seeing auras, we are feeling other spirits, is state in this world is esoteric, is exists or doesn't, but you went to study it. The science of it.
But I can tell you, if you go back a few hundred years, they were burning people that said they have energies and they can see or speak to the dead.
Yeah, so many women.
For me,
the witches.
Yeah, witches.
Yes.
But for me, because I came from such a scientific background, I had to prove to myself everything.
Yeah.
And at that time, I also started to try all kinds of healings. So I was studying, crystal therapy, and I was studying the aura and the chakras and Chinese medicine, and trying to figure out, if I press here in the reflexology, does it affect there? And then some people came to me because they wanted to stop smoking.
Oh, wow.
And I said, okay, so I will search which is the meridian that goes to the lungs and which is the meridian that will help me to speed up metabolism. And I did this treatment. It took over 2 hours to some person. He came from the worlds of television. He was a producer, and he stopped smoking.
Wow.
And he said, this is magic. I have to take you, to my TV show.
Wow.
And I think that was the moment where it changed from something that I just loved to do and research. And suddenly the phone started ringing because he told me, you sit quietly. You can only make it bad if you talk too much because it's all mumbo jumbo. But the facts are, I will tell them, because he was smoking 3 packs of Marlboro a day.
Oh,
and he
my
came
God.
out and he could not stand the smell from other people smoking.
That is
It was
incredible.
for him magic. And then when he spoke about this on the television, my telephone was ringing for many days. So actually, from working with many, many kinds of pain and, whatever, I became known as a smoking cessation specialist.
Wow.
And then one day I was invited to the television and they said, can you do this therapy on the air? Can you
What?
treat people at home? And I said, I'm willing to try. It's never done before, never been done before. But then so many people were calling, and it's all, they recorded it and they made a whole show about it because many people stopped smoking at home. And they were saying, the smell is terrible. I have a taste like rubber in my mouth.
But what
And
is the secret? I mean, what do you do? Like, we can know a little bit about the procedure.
absolutely. I mean, the thing is that when people do something again and again and again, they create a habit. Now, a
Exactly.
habit can also be just a habit, but it can also be connected to chemicals, and then it's called addiction. Yeah.
Yes.
So an addiction is appearing physically and chemically, but specifically in the aura.
Oh, wow.
And what is now called, the Abrahamson method, it's in centers all around the world.
No, please, I need to say this to my audience because you create a method. The methods have your last name, Abrahamson method.
Well, when I started, it was only me.
Only you.
But, I was doing the therapies and I could only do so many in a day.
Wow.
And then people came to me and said, can you do it in New York? Can you do it in Brazil? Can you do it? And I was traveling around the world until I realized I can actually teach other people to work with bioenergy.
Wow.
And that was the beginning. Now there are therapists around the world. But the thing about bioenergy, before healing others, it's a self-healing. It's a
Self-healing, yes.
self-therapy. Because we are all living under our true potential because our battery is not fully charged. And bioenergy is like, people go around with their cell phone and they're saying, the battery is nearly finished. I've only got 2 lines, 3 lines. And they don't think about themselves because when you go to sleep, you're in the recharge.
You are recharging and
if you don't
healing
sleep
also.
enough, absolutely. But if you don't sleep enough, or if the room you sleep in is energetically not clean, and that's why you said you were doing the course in chapter 2, we go into this whole aspect of cleaning
Yes.
the bioenergy and preparing an ecology, because sleeping in a high-charged ecology is totally different. And the amazing thing is everybody has this potential. Everybody has bioenergy. That's why it's becoming this kind of a wow, because
Yes.
people are realizing they can learn and become a better themselves. Yeah.
Well, the other day I post on my social media a video saying like we are healers. We all are healers and we can heal ourselves. And I got a bunch of messages like people laughing, say, ha ha ha, how can we heal? Like are you saying like medicine is not good? Like if I have a headache or if I have a cancer, are you saying I can heal myself? And I say, well, yes. And then you came across and I say, this is perfect synchronicity because at least I have somebody who have a method, who have traveled around the world, have written thousands of books, who can say yes to this theory. Is not a theory, it's something that is proved. It's proved we can do it. We have energy, we have positive and negative charge in our body. We are a battery. And if we know how to heal, how to clean, and how to maintain our ecosystem, we can even not get sick, right?
The medical world today is excellent for many things, but some things is lacking. I can even tell you the story about a very famous surgeon who wrote a book, and it's called Healing from the Heart. Nobody knew about him, and then he went and Oprah interviewed him, and then suddenly he became the most famous, Mehmet Oz, his name, and he was talking about healing and operating hearts. And in his operating arena, he would have the surgery and the person standing and doing healing at the same time, and he was getting better results than the other heart surgeons. So there
we
was a
need
heart
both.
surgeon.
We need both.
We need both. We need both.
Or the medicine we know now, and we need to help ourselves and our bodies with bioenergy. I mean,
I believe so, because I was once invited to a hospital by a doctor, because when he came to me for assistance, he came to me for healing, and when he opened his eyes, he could see my aura.
Wow.
Now, for him, the aura was science fiction, but he was sitting in my clinic and seeing the energy. So this conflict in him, he wanted to understand more. He wanted to do bioenergy in the hospital. This is 35 years ago. The head of the hospital said, no way, we don't bring witches into our hospital. But the funny thing is, these days, I'm invited to hospitals to do lectures about bioenergy and to talk about, electromagnetic fields. So the world has changed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for example, if I need a surgery, or if I need, I don't know, if I have even a headache, I can't choose to take a pill, but I can choose to go deeper to see in the bottom what energetic is causing this sickness. No, I can go deeper and say, okay, I'm getting this sickness because I haven't this from the past, like it is making my body sick. If I go to the past and I cure the past, probably I'm going to get well for the rest of my life. But if I just get surgery, probably the body, if I don't fix the past or whatever is blocking the energy, maybe I can get sick again from that area. Probably it's not because something physical, but maybe it's something energetically that I need to, it's a wound that I need to heal.
Absolutely. Lisandra, the thing is that the aura can be wounded just like the physical body can be wounded.
Yes.
So if there is a trauma, or if something happened and we don't even remember it from our childhood, it will leave some kind of a scar on the aura, or maybe even a little hole. And in that hole, energy comes in that shouldn't, and energy goes out that we need.
Yes.
And if this continues in the aura, it slowly goes till it becomes actually physical. So if there's too much stress, it can become, a hernia.
Yeah.
And if there's something on your mind that isn't fixed, it can become a problem.
Yes.
So again, I'm saying it's not the one or the other, because I've realized over the years, if someone has a problem, the medical world knows how to help. But you see, the word medication, if you change one letter, you get meditation.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's get into meditation. Yes, because meditation changed my life. And when I started getting into meditation, was a moment of life that I was very in the bottom. Like I was feeling so drained, and I didn't how to handle my when I broke up with my ex. I have 2 kids. I didn't know how to keep going with my life. And my higher self, or whatever, a spiritual, talked to me one night and told me, you need to meditate. And I answered to this spirit or whatever myself. And I say, how am I going to solve my problem sitting meditating? Like I need action. I need to go and solve. And again, that spirit came to me and say, listen, you need to meditate. And yes, I started to meditating, and I changed my reality. I changed my whole world. I changed myself meditating. So please, I want you to hear it from you. Tell me about medication slash meditation.
Well, to begin with, just to say that we have been told that to fix something, you need a hammer and to go and bash, and to do and to do. And the idea of meditation is a kind of going in. It's not so much blaming others, it's more taking responsibility. It's not so much trying to fix what is wrong outside. It's more a kind of rebalancing and recharging and fixing from inside. And that is why, in the course, I start with the blue breathing meditation, because the world we live in, anything that is fast and now and do it is red. And there's so much red demand, answer mail, 20 WhatsApps, come now, go now, work. All of that energy is very, very heating and very, very destroying to our inner life. And the blue color is more soothing and relaxing and rebalancing. And the idea of the blue breathing meditation is to actually take in. Maybe we can do it. Maybe I can even show it to people now, if you like.
That would be amazing. Yes, please.
Because the idea of the blue breathing is to actually slow down.
Okay, let's
slow down
I
some
love
of
it.
the systems.
Yes.
And let's do it. I
Let's
think we
do
should
it.
do
Yes. I'm all in.
So the important thing is, of course, if you're driving, it's not for you now.
Don't.
And if you're in the middle of something that you have to do, then just listen. But if you have the option later to come back and then just to listen to this part where you can lie down comfortably or sit on a sofa and close your eyes, because the idea of the blue breathing is to rebalance, restart.
Yes.
So how do we begin? Okay, we will need for this about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
And if it is possible to, first of all, really, if you're sitting or lying down, get more comfortable. So you're taking a deep breath and a bit relaxing the body. If you need a cushion, or if you need to unbelt, open a notch in the belt, if your watch or something is restricting, or a button you want to open. So what you're going to do now is just really sit down or lie down very comfortably and breathe. And we will begin by relaxing a bit the muscles of the system. So you take a deep breath very slowly, inhale, hold it for a moment and exhale. And again, if you are in a situation where you cannot close your eyes, then of course don't. But if you can, close your eyes, lie down, relax the body. And again, let's breathe in slowly, whatever is more comfortable, the mouth or the nose. Slowly breathe in and close your eyes and slowly breathe out. Now this time when we breathe in, you try to imagine the color blue. Azul, the color blue, slowly breathing in and breathing out. Now find the rhythm that is good for you, but try to take in as much air as you possibly can. So slowly breathe in the color blue. You hold it for a moment, and when you blow out, the blue is a bit darker. So, and again, relax your shoulders, relax your back, relax the muscles in your legs, in your thighs, in your shoulders. And let's do it again. You imagine the color blue coming in as you breathe into your lungs. And when you blow out, it's a bit darker. And a bit more relaxed, the muscles. More relax the general muscle tone. Now, the color blue is a very cool color, and you can choose the shade of color that you like. It can be the sky, it can be the ocean, but as you breathe it in, it goes to your lungs, and from your lungs, it goes into your blood. So the color blue is going from the lungs into the blood cells, and you breathe out a darker shade of blue. Body is very relaxed, so let's try that again. You breathe in, the blue goes into your blood and from your blood to every cell in your body, and then on its way back it is taking the CO2, it is taking away energy that your body does not need and blowing it slowly out. One more time, very slowly, light blue going in. Everything is slowing down. Dark blue going out, and the blue goes into the cells, and it actually goes to every cell in the body. Now, as this continues automatically, we live on a blue planet. We live on Mother Earth, Gaia, and if you see it from outside, it's got blue energy all around it. So we are now going to take this blue energy into the soles of our feet. So blue energy is going into our feet from below. And we continue breathing. And this blue energy from the planet, beautiful feminine, blue, soft energy, is coming into our feet and to our heels and going into the legs. Muscle tone very, very relaxed. And this blue energy continues climbing up from the knees to the thighs and up It's going up in the back, in the spine. It's going up in the stomach and chest. Very slowly, this energy continues to come in from the soles of the feet and climb up to the shoulders. And from the shoulders, this blue energy goes down to the arms, to the elbows, to the hands. So all of the body now until the neck is full of the soft, beautiful blue color. And we continue breathing in the blue. And slowly the blue color is going up the back of our head, our mouth, our cheeks, our forehead. And all of the head is now filling up with this blue. Body is very relaxed. And the energy continues to come in from the legs all the way up to the head. Every cell in the body now has this blue energy. And so slowly, this energy is starting to come out from the skin, actually radiating, emanating. This energy is coming out from our physical body and filling up our aura. So this blue energy is coming out like a very nice blue smoke coming out from the body into the aura, all around, over the head, around the body, like we are in a bubble, in a cocoon. Beautiful blue. And we're breathing in the blue, and our body and our cells are full of blue. And our aura is all full of blue, and actually the very edge of the aura, the skin around the aura outside, is getting a stronger shade of blue. So the outside of the aura is like a shielding. The outside of the aura is like a membrane. And this blue color is on the edge, on the outside of our aura. And we can leave it there. So we are in this blue cocoon or bubble. And slowly, we start to feel back our physical body. You can move your fingers in the hands, your toes. And slowly bring back this sensation to your hands, your feet. And when it's the right time for you, when you feel comfortable, slowly open your eyes.
Oh, wow. I'm still seeing everything blue. I swear I see everything blue. Wow. I can, oh my God, I see your aura is super blue. Oh my God, is my eyes?
Not just the wall behind me, I hope.
No, I've been staring you for almost an hour, and now it's like super blue. Wow. Even here in the room is super blue. Oh my
Children see
God.
this all the time. Young children see this all the time.
Yes,
But
yeah.
as a child, if you tell your family or parents that you see energy, they think you're crazy.
Oh.
I hope this is changing in the world today.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I want, now that you did this amazing meditation, I want to talk about the aura and the energy. In the course, you were talking about every place have their own energy, and you went to Turkey at Rumi's tomb. And the people that were there and crying, and then you go to a mezquita or somewhere else and have a different type of energy. And I became a national meme one day that I was in a garden, and I shared with all my community that I was seeing the aura of the trees. And this became like a topic in TikTok, and thousands people were like posting about she's cuckoo, she's crazy, she's taking drugs, what are the mushrooms good? And I was just laughing and kind of sad because I say, oh my God, there is so disconnection from ourselves to nature. We are nature. We are energy. And we can be able to see auras. And I'm so glad that I have you here because you teach this. This is your method. So I want you to explain us, like, can we see aura? Can we see it?
You know, in the old days, every book that you see from a few hundred years ago or any script that you read, everybody's got auras. If it's saints, you know, if it's Jesus' disciples, if it's different gurus, they've always got this energy around them, sometimes silver, sometimes gold, sometimes green or yellow or red, because it depends what energy is going on. Even in language, you know, you can say she had a black cloud over her head.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's in language because it can be seen when a person is in that situation. Or someone else, they say, you know, to see red. Like in English, it's to see red.
To be angry,
Or if somebody's scared, you say they've got a yellow belly. You know, or green, they say green with envy.
Yes.
So all of these things are part of language because it used to be natural. But in a world with so much electromagnetic disturbance and so much, you know, electrostatic noise, everybody's got cellulars and computers. And again, just like with doctors, also we need technology in the world of today.
Yes.
But if you want to become more sensitive to the aura and to energies, then before you go to sleep, put off the Wi-Fi, not on your phone, on the wall in your home. Switch it off.
Yes.
Now, it's not that I'm telling people run away to the desert, live on a mountain, because in the world of today, everywhere you go, there is cellular, and everywhere you go, there is transmissions and, you know, satellites now, Elon Musk and everything. So everywhere there's disturbances. But if we decide to create an ecology, we learn how to clean the physical, the fluid, the air, the energy, you know, and why I teach this in the very beginning of the course is that this changes people's lives.
Yes.
When the ecology changes, then suddenly these quiet systems, just like you said, now I'm seeing blue. You know, 100 years ago, there was a man and a lady from Russia who invented a camera that can photograph the energy. And they called it, their name was Kirilian, so it was called Kirilian camera. And the crazy thing is, if you take a leaf of a tree and you put the leaf on the camera and take a picture, you see the aura around the leaf.
Entirely,
but what is more crazy, if you cut the leaf in half and you put half a leaf, still you see the aura. It's like, you know, when people are amputated and they have pain, they call it phantom pain, because physically maybe there is no leg, but energetically the blueprint is still there. And these things are being researched now in universities. There's incredible research that came out now from Tufts University, where they are actually able to see the blueprint of a tadpole before it grows physically.
Wow.
So more and more of these things. There's a book that came out a couple of years ago, which deals with the human bioenergy fields. And it goes into this unbelievable scientific research where what they are saying, it's called We Are Electric. We Are Electric. It says that everything starts in the energy and later appears in the physical. So if we want to get into these worlds, we need a bit to put down the physical, do this blue breathing meditation, slow down. Yeah, no, just to say, I put it up on all platforms. It's free, blue breathing meditation. You can find it. Do it. Every time you do it, your energy goes up. Every time your energy goes up, you start to sense more energy. You start to see more energy. All of this is natural, totally
Yes.
natural.
I think this has happened when I started to see the auras was because I was first cleaning my physical body, about like eating better, and also cleaning energetically. I was starting to cutting off people that I felt like was draining
Toxic.
draining my energy. So I was cleaning my physical body, cleaning my energetical body, and then I was doing breathing work and sound healing and working on my astral body, monarchical self, and
Yeah.
connecting with my higher self. And all these methods and techniques help me to, I don't know, like spread my consciousness and get more wide, like open my third eye.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
started to
Yeah.
see energies, be more sensitive to energies, and actually physically seeing the aura of people and the
It
trees.
is totally natural, Alessandra. The more you talk about it, the more people will tell you they also see,
Yes.
because the world is changing. Again, when I spoke about this 40 years ago, or when I talk about this now and invited, to academic places, I'm actually going to talk about things that are absolutely natural. And the
Yes.
doctors know this, but they don't teach it yet in medical school, so they don't talk about it. But many doctors are into the more spiritual, and in all parts of life. You talk to people who had an astral traveling situation or someone who had a near death experience, and they're all
Yes.
talking about the same thing.
I want to ask you
So,
as a very important question for me, because this is this is all about how to heal ourselves with bioenergy.
yeah.
So it is possible to learn how to heal ourselves with bioenergy.
Well, many people want to become healers, and I tell them, first go inside, first heal yourself. And that's actually why I created this bioenergy course, because it's a self-healing process, and people who are interested in actually doing things for themselves, actually developing certain abilities, actually curing certain things they carry with them from many,
Yes.
many years. The idea of the bioenergy course is you can clean up your life. One of the things I teach there is grounding, but not the usual grounding, take off your shoes, stand on nature, but much, much deeper. Grounding can go into rooting, putting down roots and connecting to the planet. Because, as you said, if I go to Konya, where Rumi is buried,
Yes.
I can connect to a different energy, this pure energy of love. And if you go somewhere else, there'll be a different energy.
Exactly.
So, you can actually start to invite energies to your home. If you create this ecology and you start to clean your aura, and you can actually summon or invite a certain intelligence or a certain spiritual aspect that lives in the energy world, and they can help, they can teach. So, in the course, I start with this special grounding technique that allows people not only when they take off their shoes, but throughout the day to continue to be in this connected situation state. So it's not just when you go in nature and touch a tree, but all the time.
You were talking about how to create an ecosystem at home. So I have a lot of plants because I know plants clean energy. And I always, when I want to connect with my higher self and with my spirit guidance, I always turn a candle on. And maybe put some water, like elements, like natural elements, and also incense. And then you were talking about like clean the ecosystem before to take the course and before like to connect and meditate. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I do this. I do it also with sound. Oh,
Bowl.
yes.
Yeah.
And I do it for me, for my kids. And then I say, wow, everything that I do instinctively is something like it really works.
Yeah. Well, you know, these things have been used for thousands of years. And things don't just stay for thousands of years unless they are useful.
Yes.
So, you know, it's nearly like a recipe that you get from your grandmother's grandmother, because when you make that food, it's the best.
Exactly.
And using bells and incense and candles and sound. You can see this if you go to the church. You can see this if you go to the Far East. You can see these things because they are used, because they work. So you'll see, you know, like a procession, and there'll be the boys with the incense, and there'll be the ringing of the bell, and there'll be the holders of the candle, and they're cleaning the path before they are taking the statue of Maria, or before, you know, if it's in India, they do some ceremony. These things are natural. The Druids do it. You know, the North Americans use feather and incense. It works.
Yes.
So definitely when I'm teaching, you know, the cleansing, I'm talking about all four elements. Now, the fact you did it naturally is because you are sensitive. For many people, it feels strange in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then they continue to do it because of the results. It's like for me, you know, because I came from such a scientific home, learning and going into all of these energy things in a way was a bit strange, because I had in one side my professor talking to me, and on the other side I had what I'm feeling and seeing and sensing. And I had to have more and more results. And when I had the results, my belief was going up. And the more my belief went up, the more I would try things and study. And what did different, you know, ancient tribes do? And you start reading the Bible in a different way. And you go and look at the Quran and the New Testament.
Yes.
And you go into the texts from ancient Egypt and from India. They're all talking about the fact that humans can develop, and that there actually is a purpose for human life.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I mean, I've been implementing these tools on myself, and even the other day, my kid, he was feeling so bad. He have a throat pain. He couldn't even swallow. He was in such pain. He was screaming from the pain. And yeah, he couldn't even take nothing because, you know, it's painful,
Can't
like
go
to take,
down.
to go down. So I say, how can I heal him? And then I step into my power and I say, okay, I'm going to take the power of healing and heal my son. First, I have the belief that I can do it. So I put my nervous system on service. And then I just hold him so hard and I started to give him like my energy, and I started to think about the aura, like a golden aura with lights, like illuminating himself and myself and the whole room. And this aura became bigger and bigger and bigger. And I felt the healing, like passing
Yes.
through me to him. And next day was incredible because he was singing. He
Yeah.
passed
Yeah.
through crying from the throat pain to singing, and he brought to the school that day a guitar because he wanted to sing with the guitar. And then
But
you say,
because he
okay,
was so full of special energy that he
yes,
wanted to sing it and play it.
Exactly. And I say,
Yeah,
wow, this really work. Like there is no medicine
absolutely.
that can heal him with from the heart to the heart, you know? Like this one, like the love, the
Yeah.
true love. So yeah, I absolutely believe that the self-healing and healing others with or on bioenergy, it is
Yeah.
possible. And I'm happy
Well,
that
it starts with self, because you were able to pass to him energy because you had the connection, because of belief. If a car, you leave it for 2 or 3 weeks, when you come back, the battery is dead.
Mhm.
So you come with another car that has a battery, and you go zhum, 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 and you put the cables. That is what you are doing with your son, because the chakra that is to do with emotion,
Mhm.
something hurt it. It may be somebody said something to him, maybe he saw something on a television program he was not ready for, but
Mhm.
his emotion got blocked, and then it gets painful. And the ability to actually clean the chakra depends on the fact you came with the cables from your car, with a motherly love, and with your belief. And these things, people think it's magic, but it's not magic, it's science.
It's
Just most
science.
people don't know the science. Like, if you go in the jungle and you put the light on and off, then someone might think in the Amazon that you are a guru.
Yeah.
But, in the end of the day, if you understand how something works, you can also teach it to others.
That is amazing. Thank you, Ehud. I
Yeah.
think our time is off, but I want you, please, to invite everybody who is seeing this podcast, please to came across to your social media about your course, how to get into your course,
Okay.
and
So
yeah,
time always finishes too fast.
yeah.
But yeah, in a few words, you can find on all social media nowadays, you can find my community. The community has been growing now over the years, and it's now many, many people who are deeply interested in development, in making this world a better place.
Yeah.
I sometimes like to say that we are all part of agentos de cambio, yeah,
Así es.
agents of change, or passers on of the light, or a network, a community that is growing every day of people who are looking into the future of Earth. So
Yes.
if people are interested, the course, you can find it, if you go into my social, you can find it on the Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, anywhere you go, Facebook, because I really want to get this out into the world. And this course changes lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're interested, bioenergy course. And yeah, also, we're going to be doing towards the end of the year now a
Please
very
tell us.
special, yeah, a very special gathering of the whole community. It will be on the 29th of December, and it's a special preparation for evaluating the new year.
I want.
Yeah, I
I
hope
want to.
very much.
I want to become
You're
a member.
invited,
Yes.
Lysandra,
Yes,
for
please.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, this is so good. I'm always do something good before the years start, and I wanted to start it always with good people dressing white, hearing healing music. To step on the new year with the
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
energy. This is so important.
Well,
Yes.
what we're doing is, because everybody does, like, promises, promises, promises for next year, but they don't do it. We're going to do a special process to switch on the ability to continue with what you want into the next year.
Fantastic. Yes, it's like programming. and manifesting,
Yeah.
no? It's like, yeah, putting the
And
program.
much more.
And much more, yes. So, Ehud, we are going to put down here all the information to people who are looking
Okay.
for healing themselves. They can find you and they can start this beautiful journey of healing. I'm going to say goodbye for now because definitely we need another conversation. So, yeah, thank you, beautiful people, to watch this podcast. I say bye-bye for now, and thank you, Ehud. He's a beautiful master, and I'm learning a lot from you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you soon. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.